Saharan Valley, the pleasant greens of the dense forest by the valley, a sky that chooses its own vivid colors that have the power to make one gaze whole day. The calm, the beauty, and the people. The Saharan Valley is known to instill peace and wilderness, good and evil, God and devil all at once. It's the roar that gives the valley its silence. Stories say the ear of Sati fell here, making it Shakti Peeth. Another legend says that this was a place where demon Banasu was killed by Vishnu. Their fate is what makes them going and flowing. Chitkul is a village in Kinnaur district of Himachal Pradesh. It is the last inhabited village near the Indo-China border.
So we are at this beautiful village of Chitkul. It is in the Kinnaur district in Sangla Valley at an altitude of 11,400 feet, and is the last village on the old Indo-Tibet road. And since it is close to Tibet, there is a lot of influence of Buddhism which can be evidently seen in the temple architecture here. A sync of elements of Hinduism as well as Buddhism is seen here, and it is the religion, both the religions have been followed by the people around this village. And the main thing that is interesting is the Buddhism, the elements of Buddhism are not reflected in the architecture of their houses. It is the typical Katkuni architecture that we see in and around in Himachal Pradesh. And now that other part is at this high altitude, at this level, you do see the composite structure, that is RCC with Katkuni, or a complete RCC structure. The people are still trying here to maintain the characteristics and the feel of their houses that has been there since ages. But as time goes by, we see the basic vernacular architecture, the Katkuni style, fading away.
No, Tolinga ne the gottom to Pitoke out of Nene, gottom to Pitoke out of Sugalam. To Kadrin. What to see Sal to coordinate at Mac. What? Quite a tone, we are Betiste. Pin the Sangana to or Nisal and Nico to Isal. What's that?
If you talk about the villages, I will first of all try to explain my experience first. As I was traveling from train from Mumbai to Bhutan, and then from Bhutan to Himachal, I've been encountering lot of change of culture, people, food habits, behavior, all those things. So if you talk about the Bhutan, when I was visiting, I've been seeing people, lot of people traveling food with them because they know there is a change of cuisines and all those stuff. So they were taking all those so they can made, and the West Bengal, as you know, they are famous for carrying all those things. And when I was traveling to north, and I know because of the resources, all the things are available very easily here. Okay, so if I talk about the geography also, the both of the areas have different geographies, and because of different geography, they have different type of food habits, food cultivations, and all those things. So if I talk about the Bhutan, Bhutan is majorly dependent upon the energy, and then tourism, and then agriculture. But if I compare to Himachal, which is almost the equal size of Bhutan, and the things here is changed because of the climatic conditions and the food which we get here. So everything is almost dependent on each other. So and if I talk about the people also, there's always invasions of Mongolis, and then this face cuts and their habits of dressing, the heights and everything different from the Himachal. If you compare Himachal with like they have an invasion of Indo
So
Aryans and all
typically
this,
they have
yeah.
different lifestyle, totally different than what we have
Not
here.
totally, because if we talk about the altitude, some of the things will all remain same because of the climate condition, the cold weathers, the climate, the vegetation. Like the pines over here are similar almost to there. So generally, the geography is always dependent on the social culture.
The social culture. And sir, we are documenting here in like since last 2-3 days. We have
Yeah.
been to Saharan, we have been to Kamru, and we are here. And what documentation helps beyond architectural studies?
Right. I would say the architecture is it's a later part of development. If you talk about this thing, again I will mention that the geographical values, if you talk about it, like you people have come here, you know how the formation of Himalayas came into being, and how the change of soil condition of different area, and then there's a change in mountains also, type of mountains also. The type of mountains will always affect the type of vegetation also, and the heights and everything will affect the rivers and all. So then the economy and everything will change, and then climate and all this condition change, and accordingly with the time you have been changing with the habitation also. So then you come to that the later part, you get to know about the habitation. So before getting into architecture, you should understand the evolution of everything. So evolution is very important, and if you talk about the first, second, third, fourth year of this architecture, so the intent of how people live in different areas and what feelings, what culture, what belief they share, it make you more mature through your experiences.
Okay, bye.